Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to begin part 2 of our skin tutorial. Now this question recently came in from this guy on the forums, and he goes by the name of Woodrow Call. Okay, and here's his question. And this is directly from my message. Sorry, looking for it. Okay, he says he's doing the sports fine. What I'm trying to figure out is how to do stripes and have them wrap around your fuselage. Now, this should be pretty easy, but this can be interpreted one of either two ways. Vertically or horizontally. Now, I'm going to do both just to make sure I cover his question. Now, for the fuselage, as you can see, we have this entire area here. That's for the fuselage. Now, what I would like to mention is that the cowling for the starboard camo is right here. This is what we're going to be doing horizontal stripes on, and the top is when we're going to do the vertical one. Now, we're going to keep it classy, just do a simple run-of-the-mill stripes. Okay, now, the first thing I usually do is go to paint here, which is our default layer where we add the paint. Now, I prefer to do this with no backing, and I like to keep it as clean and organized as possible. So I press the lasso tool and I click and set my first point. Now I'm going to hold shift and control. It's going to be horizontal. It will be angle snapped. Now, I can't move down unless I take them off. Excuse me, I had a very bad dinner today. Okay, now. Actually, no, just press control. It's a lot simpler that way. Alright, so I got my first point set. I'm going 90 degrees to the side to about here. Then I make the curvature that's required to keep a clean look. Okay. That's good. We want it straight, so we press control again. Then we don't press control for these little adjustments because none of them are straight exactly, so we'll keep this as simple as possible. Press control again and lock it. Perfect. Now we are going to press the fuzzy select tool, which is right here, and you can see it's checkered the line. Now, one of two things we can do. The first is pistol. We can use that, or we can use airbrush. Just different selections as to what you can use as your brush. So, select brush so we can check them out each individually. This is one. It's just, nope. So, what about this one? No, that's an oval, we don't want that. Nope, that's not what we want. Okay, now, we have this, which is like an airbrush thing, but if you want it to be a regular brush, you just increase the hardness of it, which is right here. And pressure. How to spell that? Oh, right, because it won't let me paint on that in this particular layer. So what we're gonna do is find the layer in which we paint this. It says metal parts here, which I'm assuming this is what it is. So we press here, and now we can tap on it. Perfect. Okay. Okay, pretty much this is going to be all trial and error. It's not going to be perfect the first time, so don't expect it to be. But what I am going to do is get a rough idea of where I'm going to put the center line. This is 9,000. Just over 300, so I'm gonna make a rough guess of around 1,410, give or take. So 1,410, half of that would be 7.5. Okay. That'd be 705, I believe. Press enter. And we should get about halfway. If you can see, there's a little black dot on the bottom of my circle, which you can see right there. And my circle is just a bit above that. So I'm assuming this will be our center point. Or that's the actual marking of the center point, which my best guess is true. So we're going to shorten this to the size that we want the stripe to be, and that will be here. Now what I like to do is press Shift Control and it stays, and then boom, we got a straight line. Now since we already know what the spacing is for this, which is 104.17 pixels, we want this to be blank, so the line can continue without any gaps. Now, the best way I think we can do this is pick another color, like say black for example, and use that as your gap marker, and then you press color you originally have as before, and then do that. Okay. Now that you have that, what you will do is you go back and you erase that marker you put down. This also erases something else. Okay. But that wasn't smart of me. But what I would suggest is creating a new layer on here. So let's just do that real quick. Layer. I'm sorry, I am not good with tutorials at all, but I am trying my very best to make this. Okay. Alright, well. Okay, I have to do it now. Alright, fine. Whatever. Alright, down here. I'm sort of eyeballing it here, but it should be fine. Okay. Might be a couple pixels off here and there, but it should be fine. Okay, there you have it. We should have horizontal stripes with somewhat accurate, hopefully. I'm kind of new at this too, so I don't know if there's a better way, but by all means, give it a try. Now, we are going to select everything that's in that box and float it. And it's going to be floating to a new layer. That layer over here what the heck is that? But anyway, whatever. We'll leave that alone. This can go. We don't need that. Alright, so that's done. Now, one last thing, we need to do a horizontal stripe on the back of the aircraft, which usually is actually pretty simple. What you want to do is go to the paint here section, and you can do this. I like to assume that it's usually relatively lined up. Some of them aren't lined up normally, so here's hoping, but it's up. It's down. Okay, not bad. Then you select, paint it, and you should have a decently well done line. Just clear up the little overhashes on the skin there. Keep it nice and pretty, like a Bob Ross painting. Doesn't have to be, it's just the way I like to do it. Anyways, press none, and the thing is all set. Now, what you want to do is flatten the image. Okay. And I'll explain this in, actually no, I'll just go ahead and do it now. Now to add a gloss effect, it's actually simple. You have an alpha channel here. You have the default paint here. So you want to go to layers, mask, add layer mask, and this should pop up. This is what's in your channel box there. But make sure you have this selected, press add, you have your layer mask. Now you go to file, and you export. You can export it as a BMP. This will transfer over the DST. Don't worry about the alpha, it will show up. We want this to go to desktop. Export. Okay. So now it's exported. You want to, as a safety practice, back it up to where you had your layers. Then press save as. Press yeah. Save it. I'm saving it in my documents, so yeah. Okay. Go to documents real quick. Okay. Alright. Now we have our software camera BMP file here. We are going to open up DST BMP. Take this, drop it in here. It takes a little bit of time to load, but it'll get there. It's just the way my computer is. Okay, as you can see, the alpha channel pops up here. Press save as, DDS texture, and I save it as DST5. That's what you need for IO2, and you save it. Now ahead of time, I like to open up the skins folder, so I can just drop it right in. this. So let's want to choose Steam. Steam apps. Column. I can see that the stopper camera was already ready. Now you want to make sure that the one you choose is the right one. One in the bottom is the right one. So we go to here, drop it. Okay, it's already in there. Now, I don't open up the entire flight simulator, I just open up what I need to make sure it works. So, start with camera. And we're looking for public. If I can find it. Can't find it right this moment. Oh, it's there. There we go. Found it. Now you can see we have a stripe back here that's perfectly lined up. Beautiful. We have some horizontal stripes wrapping around the fuselage. Of course, the bottom isn't necessarily quite right. But it's a trial and error sort of thing. But I'm assuming that this looks pretty good considering. And I hope this answers your question, Woodrow Call. Yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed part 2 of this tutorial. It was relatively simple to do. And I hope to see you guys next time. Alright? If you guys have any more questions or you want me to do a video on something, just make a comment on the forums or visit me on my page and I'll see what I can help you with. Alright? Take care.